Greetings, fellow makers. Welcome to not my shop. No. We are at
Evil Ted's shop.
That's right. Of course, I'm down here in LA again, and no LA trip would be the same without coming to visit Ted in his shop. Today, we are going to get you to buy a bandsaw.
Guys, you've got to get a bandsaw. People are like, hey Ted, how do you do these cuts? How do you do this? How do you do that? I'm like, get a bandsaw.
Get a bandsaw.
Get a bandsaw.
So this isn't even like a big crazy bandsaw.
No, as a matter of fact, this is an old one, and I think they even make smaller ones. This is an old Craftsman. I got it, and ever since I've had it, doesn't need a lot of power because you're just cutting foam with it. And it's super inexpensive. You can get these guys, and they're great to have in your shop. It's a must-have.
Yeah. A lot of people ask me about different types of cutting tools, like a hot wire cutter. This does everything that can do, but it can also cut acrylic plastic,
yes,
or foam, or wood, or even metal. You can cut
and also the rigid carbon sculpting foams, urethane foams, like the insulation foam, styrofoam, bandsaw.
Yes. This guy, I got one similar to this for just over $100 brand new, but you can find them used on Craigslist for cheaper.
Oh my God, that's a great idea. Matter of fact, yeah, you can totally find them on Craigslist.
That's right. And then for the blade, there are a lot of options. This looks like a pretty fine-toothed, multi-purpose blade.
Yes, I use it now. Some people say you can use the steel blades, sometimes the finer tooth.
I'll use an 18 TPI metal cutting blade for a lot of my foam stuff.
And matter of fact, I've seen the results Bill gets, and I'll probably do the same thing and change my blade out
Yep.
because I like what he's getting on your blade.
You can also get soft material blades that are razor sharp.
That scare me.
They are frightening, but you can get super smooth cuts with those. So you've got a lot of options. It doesn't cost a whole lot. You have no excuse not to get a bandsaw. And now Ted's going to show you some really good techniques on why this is such a valuable tool to have in your shop.
That's right. Let's get started. There we go. Got my bandsaw. Got this. Since it's kind of rough on the edges, turn this bandsaw. And we can adjust the speed. I like to go fast. Matter of fact, for something this short, I'm going to adjust this fence so the blade doesn't wobble on me. So I'm going to go like that. That edge, not bad. The circle. Granted, you can do it with a blade, you get those jagged edges, you go back with a Dremel, but with a bandsaw, just turn it. Wow, look at that. Now, look at that. Complete circle. Granted, as much as I like the box cutter, you cannot get this with this. Only this with a bandsaw. Here we have the fence. Now, every bandsaw you get is going to come with a fence. What makes this fence so awesome is that not only is it adjustable, you can lock it to a fixed position on your measurements. And once you lock it, you can push foam through here and you're going to get the same thickness every time you push it through. Like so. Granted, you got that, but if you have something elaborate, like a bevel, you take it and adjust your tabletop at a slight angle, and you have measurements on the side so you can determine what depth or angle you want to have for your parts. You adjust it. Now, now you have an accurate bevel. Granted, see this roughness? I can get rid of that by cranking up the speed. Watch this. Much cleaner. And again, once you set this up, you can do multiple pieces with the same bevel and it won't deviate from that. Now you have your fence. This is 2-inch L200. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut a bevel on this, but this being so deep and so thick, you want to find your center. So with the circle template, there's notches on the side. And the reason you have that is so you can find your center. Exactly what I'm going to do right here. Let's find my center, like so. Now, for the thickness of the foam, I have to adjust the fence so I get the maximum of my blade, about right there. And I want to do a bevel. So I'm going to lose this fence, get this out of the way. And I'm going to adjust my bevel ever so, I don't want to go too crazy, I want to do kind of a slight, there you go, like that. Make this look like some big cone or big pivot point for a robot. Now that I have this, I'm going to push this blade in here, and this is the point of pressure, just the axis. This is where I'm going to turn it. So that's why that X is there, so I will show you. Matter of fact, one of my little tricks is a push pin. I'm going to take a push pin and stick it in the center of my X, and that gives me like a turning little pivot point. See that? So I have access to that. Now I'm going to lead this blade up to this. The moment of truth. Pow! Look at that. Pretty cool. What I would normally do is, you have a little bit of those lines from the tooth, but you can just take a little bit of sandpaper, sand it, and you have a nice little foam cone.
Well, I'm sold. I'm going to go buy another bandsaw, even though I have two. Ted sold me, I'm going to go buy a third one.
Yeah, this one's good. I like this. What's so good about this, when you get a bandsaw, it's the throw. When you're buying something, they call it a throw. It's the distance between the blade and the back where it has to rotate. The deeper it is, the more cuts you can do. Sometimes bandsaws, the big tall stand-up models, the throw is very short. Don't get those. Get a deep throw for you guys.
Yeah, this is an 11-inch choke on this guy.
That's correct.
I've got one, a 9-inch and a 14-inch one for all the different stuff I do. Of course, we'll have links to all this wonderful stuff, including foam, bandsaws, blades, all of that will be down in the description. A link to Ted's channel will be down there. That's right. You guys got to go over there, give him a subscription. Ted, thanks so much for playing with us today.
Hey Bill, thanks for hanging out. Let you show the magical trick of rotating stuff to a blade.
Yeah.
Nice bevel cuts.
Excellent. Thanks for hanging out with the channel today, guys. We will see you all in the next prop shop video.
Bye.
Yay.